Hi guys, Jurassic Junkie here, and I just want to do a video really of my top 10 games of 2012. And 2012 was a bit of a mixed bag this year. We've had some great games, some terrible games, some bad decisions for DLC, some game developers trying to release a crock of crap and then it not doing well. So yeah, very mixed year really. But what I want to state before I go into the top 10 is two things. Now one is this is my opinion, so if you don't agree it's not a problem. And on top of it is I've not actually played obviously every game, so I've been looking at other people's top 10s, and at the top of most people's list is Walking Dead. Now Walking Dead is one of them games I'm yet to play. It's sat there on Joe's Xbox ready for me to try, but I've yet to do it. So like you say, you might disagree simply because I've probably not played that game that you think sit there at top 10. But moving on then, starting off with the first one at 10. And that is Minecraft. Now a lot of people were like, wait a minute, Minecraft didn't come out in 2012. No, it didn't, but it did come out for the Xbox in 2012. And I played Minecraft for many hours on the actual PC. Enjoyed it, had great fun. And then we was playing it on the actual Xbox. In fact, we was playing a indie knockoff at 80 points. So because it was quite cheap, we had a lot of fun out of it. And then as a group, there was about, say, 5 or 6 of us all playing it. We thought, you know what? It'd be quite cool if we could all buy Minecraft, and it was quite a high price tag of about £12, and we thought we don't want to do it, and then eventually we bit the bullet and never looked back. We really enjoyed it and we just played it non-stop. Sadly we haven't played loads more since the new update come out because it means we've had to generate a new world, but aside from that we absolutely loved it, and it just brought us all together and played in a different way to what we used to, because we play a lot of like racers, FPSs, but to just have a creative world and just play differently with each other for once was really good. So definitely Minecraft is at 10. At number 9 is a, well, you could say it's a game, you could say it's a mod, probably say it's a mod, and that is Days. Now I've got to put Days in there simply because that game to me is the most different game out of everything out there at the moment, because I play games to obviously feel actually inside the game. I want to be submersed in the world and feel like I'm a part of it, and Days did that the best. Now I've never played a game where my heart is just been coming out my chest so much, because I've played things like Amnesia, which is super scary, and all the time when I'm playing it I'm like, oh, what's going to happen next kind of thing, but I'm only got a bit of a heart racing just because the noise is spiked or you've got a crazy something chasing you or something like that. But with Days it was different. It's like when I was walking around, if I actually saw somebody in front of me I would hide, and then my heart would be beating because I'm like, this person could kill me now, and this character I've been with for the last 10 hours would just disappear and all my loot is gone. And it actually made you really have value for your in-game life, whereas on normal games you die, you respawn, it's not a problem, whereas it actually felt completely different with Days, and you was not tied to the character, but you didn't want that character to end, you didn't want to start again, and even if you had to start again it was kind of fun actually running around and looting, starting again. But Days just gave us that total different thing that I've never seen from gaming before, so for that Days is definitely in at number 9. Now, number 8, I'm going to put in there is Sleeping Dogs. Now, Sleeping Dogs is a game that a lot of people said was amazing, it was great. A lot of people said it was just a Grand Theft Auto knockoff. So I decided to play it, and to me, it was the best Grand Theft Auto ever made, because I never liked Grand Theft Auto 4. It didn't seem fun. It just felt like there was lots of things bolted on there, like come with me to the pub, do this, do that. And I don't know why, it just didn't gel right with Grand Theft Auto 4. Whereas Sleeping Dogs was perfect. Not only is it a nice big sandbox and the missions are fun and everything around the world is actually good fun, it was the actual combat system on it is amazing. Now I'm not saying it's going to be as good as Batman, because Batman combat system is just brilliant, but it's like really good. The hand-to-hand fighting and getting people's knives and stabbing them, everything like that was just great, whereas Grand Theft Auto just felt quite wooden, shooting people, and I can't even remember if you could punch people. I think you do. It's a typical Grand Theft Auto thing. But yeah, Sleeping Dogs just nailed it. So I was about to say it's made Grand Theft Auto 5 have to step its game up, but just before doing this video I actually saw some more screenshots of Grand Theft Auto 5 and that looks amazing. So I've got no worry there it's going to stump Sleeping Dogs. But to be fair, Sleeping Dogs is one of the most funnest, best sandboxes out to date, bar Saboteur. Now, number 7. Now, this is coming in at number 7, and I've got a feeling it should be probably a lot higher than that. I'm going to put in there Borderlands 2. Now, the reason for putting it in as number 7 is I haven't actually completed it. I only started playing this game 2 days ago, and I've already clocked up about 12 hours. I just can't stop playing this game, and it is really good, because I enjoyed Borderlands 1. It was a great co-op game, and I enjoyed every bit of it. But there's a few things that was quite wrong with the game. And then number 2's came out, and I wanted it for Christmas, and I left it there, and I thought, we'll play it when I fancy playing it. And the other day I chucked it in, and as soon as I looked at it, I thought, it feels very much like Borderlands 1. And I was playing it, and I was like, the menu systems are better, a few things are better, but it just feels like Borderlands 1. And I hate that out of games. I always want it to just feel quite drastically different, or so I just feel like I'm playing a map pack of sort. But then after about an hour of playing it, I was like, this game is just so much better than what it originally was, and the dialogue in it is just amazing. All the way through, there's just funny one-liners, or the characters do something, and I was just laughing for a good amount of time, which is not very often games can actually make me laugh, so I just really enjoy it. So I'm going to chuck it in there at number 7 simply because I've not finished it, but I think it's got to have an honourable mention and be in top 10 because it is a very, very good game. Now, number 6, which is quite sad, I would have liked to see this at number 1, but sadly it's going to sit at number 6, is Mass Effect 3. Now, as most of you know, I'm a massive Mass Effect fan, and I did enjoy the game. There was nothing wrong with it as such. The only thing was, which probably everyone knows what I'm going to say, is the ending. The ending was poo. Really, really crap. It was like somebody who didn't read the books or play the games decided to write the ending. And obviously they changed the ending. Well, they didn't change, they extended the ending, which kind of made me feel a bit better, but the entire ending could have been 10 times better than what it was. So because of that, obviously it's knocked it down a peg. And on top of it, when I was trying to remember back what are my top 10 games, Mass Effect didn't stand out there because I don't feel like the game did something amazing. It felt like number 1 was great, number 2 was brilliant, it built everything better on top of number 1, and I felt number 3 should have been even more better, but it just felt like it was number 2, just a bit more polished, a few extra little tweaks here and there, and it was good, very good, and the online was good, but it was nothing amazing. So I'm going to mention it because it's a cracking game and everyone should really play it, but it's not an amazing game that I actually hoped it would be, so sadly it's going to be at number 6. Yeah. Now at number 5, I'm going to chuck in there Catherine. For me, I like to have a game that surprises me, or plays different to all the other games, and that's why I look for indie games really, because I like to just find that something that someone's done that I've never seen before. And when it came around to Catherine, I saw a few trailers like, this game looks quite interesting, so when I did bite the bullet and actually play it, I fell in love. Now, the graphical style of it is different to everything that I've played anyway, so already it's off to a good start, but I do like puzzle games. And I also like games that you have to make decisions, and it was just a great combo of both of them, chucked in with some crazy over-the-top animations and just a over-the-top storyline, and it just worked perfectly, and I loved how difficult the puzzles got over time. Now, this isn't going to be a game for everyone because I played it on medium and that was very hard. A lot of people played it on easy and said it's still quite tough, so if you're not into games which are difficult, then don't go with Catherine. But if you want a good challenge, a quirky storyline and some amazing puzzles, definitely check out Catherine. Now at number 4, I'm going to actually put in a game which I didn't expect this genre to be so high, and that is Forza Horizon. Now, I don't mind driving games. In fact, I absolutely love Burnout Paradise. It's one of the best driving games I've ever played in my life. But I've played things like Forza 3, give Forza 4 a miss, because to me it felt very much like Forza 3, just a few tweaks, new maps, stuff like that. So I stuck back from that one, and then when Forza Horizon came out, I thought, you know what, it's time to buy another Forza game, and I was just blown away how good it was. Now, the driving side of it has gone slightly arcadey style, but nothing over the top, and it just feels good. Like when you're driving that car, you feel the weight of the car when you're going around the corners. And on top of it, every time I put the disc in, it makes me say to myself, God, I love this game, why don't I play it more? And I have put probably about 60 hours into the game already, but every time I play that game, I just want to play more of it. So Forza surprised me, and actually is in at number 4. Now, number 3 is quite shocking to say I'm going to put this at number 3, but I just fell madly in love with it, and it is Machinarium. And I love point and click games. To me, Broken Sword is one of the best games ever made, and I don't play enough point and click games. And this Machinarium came out, and I thought, you know what, I like the graphical style of it, so I just decided to buy it. After about 10 minutes of playing it, I thought, you know what, this game's quite alright, I enjoy it. And then it got further on and further on, and it's not a massive story, it's just kind of save the woman, save the day. And just as the story unfolded and the characters started to come out, I just fell in love with this game. And the music with the game is very, very strange, combined with the actual stunning art design and the quirky things that your character does when you try to make it do things. It's just all of it combined together. I just went, I'm actually in love with this game. And as soon as I finished it, I was upset because I wanted to just play it again. So I tried to make Jo play it. She's played a bit of it. She said it's okay. She's not as much in love. So I don't want to say too much about it because I may actually do a review on this game. But definitely go onto the website. In fact, I'll put a link down below, and you can actually play the very start of the game on the Flash website. And if you like it, you can buy it through them, or obviously through your mobile device if you wish. But definitely go check it out because it's just a different kind of game, and it's very quirky, and like I said, I just fell in love with it. Right, in at number 2 is a game that I had no interest in playing whatsoever, and that is Witcher 2. And my friend told me it's the best game ever made, and I was like, yeah, to be fair, you say that with every game, and I wasn't that bothered about playing it. Eventually I got around to actually playing it, and I chucked it in, and he's right. But it's not the best game ever made, but the story is really, really good. It doesn't get boring. And on top of it, the actual dialogue with the characters is based at adults. Some of the stuff that is said in there is just absolutely brilliant. For some reason, they don't say the word fuck very often, but they just constantly say plough. So every time you go into a pub, someone wants to plough you or plough another woman, or do you want to go see her because she's really good at ploughing? And it is just a really good game. Now, this is a game that I don't want to talk too much on because I do want to do a full review on this game. But I think the major reason why I put it so high is because I went from Witcher 2 straight off Skyrim. Now, Skyrim, as I said, is a good game, and you've heard me mention that I feel like the characters are quite wooden and I had no involvement for them. But once I put Witcher 2 in, it made me go, that's what I've been missing. And the characters you feel for straight away. And when they talk, you listen, and the dialogue is good. And as characters may die or get kidnapped or things happen within the environment, I actually felt like I wanted to push forwards with the game because I wanted to be able to change the outcomes for these characters. And because it got me emotionally involved in the characters, which not many games seem to do, I just thought Witcher 2 has to be in at number 2. Right, and that brings us to number 1, and that has to be Far Cry 3. Now, I can't say enough good things for Far Cry. In fact, I will say a lot of good things, and what I'll do is a separate review for it completely, so I don't want to go into too much why you need to buy Far Cry, but you need to buy Far Cry. And the reason for it really is just because at the end of the day, the reason we play games is for fun, and Far Cry is fun. Sometimes games try to be too serious, or they try to make us take away something at the end of it, whereas Far Cry don't try and do all that. It just gives you some great weapons, a great sandbox, and a great environment to just have fun in and go, just do what you want. And that's what I did, and I just loved it from start to finish. So like I say, I'd love to sit here just talking more about why you need to buy that game, but I will actually do a review of it, hopefully tonight or tomorrow, and then I'll actually say my full 2 cents on it. But for anyone that has actually played the game, they can understand why I enjoy it so much. So that is my top 10. Some random ones thrown in there, but like I say, I'd like to see a game that does something different, makes me laugh, or just gives me fun. And for me, them 10 games did do it. And like I said, a few of you may say, well, you should have played this game. And I try to get round to every game that I can, but there's only a limited amount of hours that one man can game. So I'm going to leave that there, guys. And what I'd like to see is, I would say, what is everyone else's top 10, but a 10 is quite a tall order. So just put down below your top 3 games, because I'm quite interested. And to be fair, I'm probably going to steal everyone's top 1 and actually give it a go, because there's plenty more gaming to have out of 2012. And 2013 is looking quite good. But I just want to get through all that gold that I missed out of 2012. So stick them down below, and I'm sure to play them. Cheers, guys. Bye.